Hi guys, my name is Peter and today I'm planning to show you a little bit of Tron glow material. So here we have, don't save, here we have our map. Let me just open it full screen for you. Great. So it's not 60 frames per second, sorry for that, my GPU is really loaded now. So it's something like maybe 30, 40. And you will see only 30 because it's YouTube. Anyway, so what you see here is a lot of glowy stuff, and I know it's kind of a bad taste that everywhere are these lens flares, you know, shining around, and this is not the best thing to have. But you can remove them when you make a level. What's cool about this level is that it uses only two materials. One material for the text, which states Tron here, because I like Tron. I'm a big fan of Tron series movies and games. And the second one is the Tron glow material that I'm using everywhere here. So the walls, the cube, this cube with a different texture, and the ground here, and yeah, the stairs, everything uses one material. And there is a lot of lens flares, and I should have probably turned them off, but not a big deal anyway. So what is cool about this material? Well, first of all, as a guy who doesn't have any professional education in design or arts, I would be rather satisfied to have this kind of result done by me as a programmer, let's say, in a material editor, without, you know, drawing stuff, because I'm really terrible at drawing. Never mind. So this is what you can do and present this as a minimalistic style for your game. And what's cool about it, the second thing which is cool about it, first I just mentioned, the second thing which is cool about it is that you can change, of course, the colors, and you can manipulate the colors in real time. So you can make this kind of dynamically glowing effect, pulsing effect. And of course you can assign it to different surfaces, and all the surfaces will look cool. You just, you know, press one or two buttons to align things properly, and everything will look just good. So the stairs use the same material with no UV mapping, specific UV mapping done to it. This nice preset from Unreal Engine 4 starter pack, also the same material, absolutely the same. You know, everything. And the third thing, which is really cool, is that you don't actually need to put any lights on your level. So only lights you see I use here are these ones, and these are for decoration, for the floor reflections and stuff. And of course I also light up these this text here, but it's just my preference, my visual preference. But generally you can see this room. This room doesn't have any lighting except for the text lighting at all, and it just looks good. It works fine, and even absolutely dark but reflective materials on the object will still reveal the shape of this object, because it will reflect these wall glow and wall emission and all this kind of stuff. So in this room, for example, the second room, there is no single light source. It just works because everything is emissive. You know, this is some kind of a minimalistic and stylish, if you will remove this crazy lens flares, style for your game. Oops, I'm sorry, let me just close this for you. Never mind. And this is really cool. And yeah, the material is really simple, and with this kind of approach, you can see more problems here. So there are a lot of downsides for using this material. For example, this MIP mapping stuff, and over there you will, if I'll just go back, I will show you. You can see this blinking, because the actual line, the yellow line now becomes so thin that it's basically thinner than 1 pixel on my screen, and this is what happens. So I'm sure there is a way to fix it, but I'm not making you know, a release game with this material yet, so I'm not really concerned. But yeah, so you can really create a level or the whole game without building a light single time. So you don't have to rebuild a light all the time. So it's really improving the speed, and outside of this you have a really stylish game without much effort. So this material uses just one, or this first one, and this is the second one, diffuse textures. That's just it. Okay, so I said a lot of things. Let me show you the exact material. This is it. So here you can see I have quite a lot of instances of the same material. For example, we have one for lamps, which is cool. It looks cool in the editor here. And we have one for small boxes, which is defined by more thick lines of emission. For walls, we have more thinner, and these are just set up by me, just manually, because this was my vision. And this is less bright version of the same material. But the material itself is really simple, and if you guys want, please write me in the comments. I will make a tutorial about it, how it was done. But it's really simple. I mean, there's no big deal happening around. And yeah, so at the end, let me show you what you can actually do with it in editor here. So I have done several. I've opened several parameters here. And let's see, if we make roughness to 0.01, it will really reflect everything. But yeah, that's not a big deal. You can put this on the floor, for example, it will look cool. But these are not cool stuff. This is the cool stuff. And this, of course. So first thing is that you can make the line thinner, really, really thin. And you can see some, not artifacts, but let's say problems which are caused by the method how I apply this low resolution gradient texture. So to get rid of them, you can change the actual sharpen subtract parameter which I use, which basically I will show you in tutorial how exactly does it work. But for now, just you can see that you can adjust material a lot, and of course you can just, you know, go more crazy and put something like this, which will emit so much light that it would look totally wrong, I would say. But yeah, I'm really thankful to Epic, because they made some really cool bloom. This bloom is like a real next generation bloom from what we saw in Unreal Engine 3 and, you know, in other engines before. But yeah, this is one thing. These are the things that you can do with the material. These are the parameters, and then you can change the color state. So positive state use this color, and positive state use this color, and negative states uses the negative color. So if I put -1, it will get blue. But what's cool, of course, is that you can put anything here. I mean, like any color, of course. And really, this emission of light, it is programmed so well. Visually, it looks so good that any color will appeal to the human eye. Any color can make looking good. So you can make anything you want, absolutely, in terms of color. And you can just put here 0, and it will, let me make it real time, it will just interpolate. Really nice. And you can make a lot of stuff with it. I mean, really, there's no limit for imagination. So let's say we got really something really bright. And yeah, you can just manipulate this on the fly and get any combination of colors you want. And let's say I like the green one. Yeah, it looks really cool, shady and stuff. And let's just pump the roughness up. Yes, or you can make it matte, whatever. There is a limitless amount of there are limitless opportunities what you can do with this material, and at the same time is really simple. So this is all I wanted to show you guys today. Please ask if you want me to make a tutorial about this, because it's not really difficult. It will not take much time. Then please write in the comments. Stay tuned for tutorials and showcases. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.